Welcome back, humble traders. Today I'll be doing a technical breakdown on Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more charting and price manipulations. I deeply appreciate those who have liked and subscribed to my videos and channel. Do also note that I'm just a humble chartist and I do not provide any buy or sell calls. Instead, I focus on the potential traps laid out by the market makers. Always remember that the stock market is never obvious. It is designed to fool most of people most of the time. So without further ado, let's take a look at this Alibaba, the stock that never fails to disappoint its shareholders. Okay, so let's see. So currently, right, we are looking at about on the daily charts, we actually just broke a very strong support of 108. But that being said, we have been supported by this 100 support level, which is a very strong psychological support. But because the whole index actually went up during just 2 days ago, so in the event that there was no index program buying, I would say that the $100 would have been threatened and it would have perhaps been broken for the very first time after so many years. Okay, so what exactly am I looking at? I think it really depends next week as to how many people have cut loss during the past 2 days. Because you can see that currently we have been trading this channel for a period of time. So in the event that we fall out of the channel and there are no genuine sellers coming out, that means it's a form of manipulation. Likewise, if we go out of the channel and then there is no form of continuous buying, it's also a form of fake breakout. So this is a form of maybe a form of fake breakdown, where we have been trading inside this channel for a very long period of time, and then we suddenly fall out of this channel. So when we fall out of this channel, right, high chance that people may be cutting loss at these levels, but we're not exactly sure how many people have cut their losses. Only the market makers will know. So you really can roughly predict. So in the event that a significant number of investors or traders have cut their losses below these 106 or 104 levels, then we may potentially head back to this channel. And if we head back to this channel, then we can break out thereafter. Or if we remain back inside the channel, then it is pretty safe after all. But that being said, in the event that we break $100 level, then things may turn ugly. So looking back, where our next resistance will be in the event that we hit up? So you can see that previously when we were downtrending, you can see that the 138 support here and hit 182 and then it pulled back down. So you can see that this 138 support here has become resistance. So a support will turn resistance, and likewise a resistance can also turn support on the way up. So you can see that we are being supported 108 here, 108 here, 108 here. And now we have been broke out this 108 support. So now we have broken out and going back, this 108 support will turn resistance. Likewise, you can see that we are not currently still struggling to close above these 108 levels. So exactly where are my next upcoming supports? So $100 will definitely be a psychological support. But in the event that we break it, I'm looking pretty bearish at this particular stock. So if you were to break it, let's take a look at the weekly charts to get a better idea of where are the potential supports. So definitely $100 will definitely be a psychological support. So let's put it down first. That'll be the first support. Thereafter, you can see that there are many potential resistance that turn support, 95 and 85. That being said, I think even 75 to 73 levels may be a potential support upcoming, but then that's still far away. You can see that all this resistance here may turn support, and eventually all this support here will eventually turn support as well. But that being said, is still a little bit far away. But why exactly am I looking at about $70 to $80 in the event that we break $100? But if we do not break $100, then there's a likelihood that we do not go to those levels. So if you take an arrow and draw downwards this particular level here, let's change to another color. Okay, so let's see. Let's put it yellow, easier to see. Okay, so if you are taking a look at this downtrend here, right, on the daily chart, it's actually easier to see here. If you look closely, you can see that we actually had a very much like a triple bottom here, but the fourth time it actually broke down. See that there's one support here, second support, and then the third support, and then the fourth time it broke down, because there's no such thing as a four bottoms. But now it's also a similar situation where there's three bottoms here, and the fourth time we actually broke down. So it's probably a similar situation. So if you use the arrow and then you just bring it down, or if you just copy and paste and then you bring it down from the high of 182, you can see that likely in the event that we break 100, we will likely arrive at about $70 to $80 position, and that would probably be the true bottom of Alibaba. But of course, who would know? And definitely, if $100 were to hold, then unlikely that we will even see these levels. That being said, I would say that never go against the trend and never try to anticipate where the bottom is, because we will never know. You never know when will the majority cut their losses. That being said, if you look back at the two forms of accumulation back before we actually had a good rally, Alibaba usually would tend to form a double bottom. You can see that there was a double bottom here before we had a good rally. Likewise, we also had a double bottom here before we had a good rally. So if in the event that that history were to repeat itself, then we may potentially see this double bottom here as well. So in the event that we manage to go above 108 next week, then this double bottom can actually send prices back up again. So I would say that there is still hope, but this $100 support cannot be broken. So next week, I'll be watching this $100 level support, and also whether this 108 resistance can actually be broken. Why am I watching this $100 support? It's also because this is my YouTube subscriber target. So what are you guys waiting for? Click on the subscribe button and help me clear the upcoming 70, 80, and 90 resistance with good volume. So we will say, right, if you look at the MACD on the daily charts is not looking too good. So the MACD actually tells us the current momentum of this particular stock. You can see that it did bottom here, and the blue line was staying above the orange line. So if there was actually good results, then there was a high probability of us heading upwards. But the problem is that our results was not too good, probably below expectations, and that's why the blue line is starting to cut below the orange line now. But on the weekly chart, look at the weekly and the monthly chart. Let's take a look at the weekly chart first. The weekly chart still says that we may be in a potential form of accumulation. The blue line is still staying above the orange line, so it's a good sign. If you look at the monthly chart is still way below. It still have yet to cross over. But that being said, you can look at the histogram. The histogram says that we have becoming white. So if we are becoming white, then there is a probability and high chance that the blue line may cut above the orange line in the upcoming days or even upcoming weeks or months. So I say, do not give up hope yet. In the event that it's $100 support do not break, then it's a high probability that we still may trend upwards. So just to do a quick recap, I think Alibaba has just broken out of its 108 levels support, and this 108 support has turned resistance. $100 is a very crucial psychological support that we have to hold. In the event that we break down the first time, some people may cut their losses at $97 or $80, and if we still manage to keep above this $100 level support, I think that's perfectly fine. However, if we do break down with high volume, then high chances of us going to $70 to $80 in the upcoming months is very, very high. Okay, that's all I have for this particular counter. And if there's any update or changes, I'll give you guys an update. Thanks for stopping by, and do hit the like and subscribe button, as it will greatly help the channel. Leave in the comment section below your thoughts on this particular stock, or if you have any other stock tier requests. Till we meet again, appreciate the manipulation.